Hello, welcome to another Riding Times on RevelatorAlf. So, it's a really windy day and I'm actually right in the trees here a little bit. So I'm going to meander through some back trails and see how far I can get. I've got a bit of equipment on the bike, like a saw and an axe, which, you know, I've learnt to carry with me now, especially when you're going on the trails through the woods and the trees, forest. But it is really windy, so I know a lot of these trees are a little bit weaker. We've had a really dry summer, so I'm kind of, you know, a little bit nervous about some falling trees, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, catch you on the other side, hopefully. Right then, here we go. So, just going to go through this little bit here, and yeah, going to make my way along here. Now, you might have noticed a bit of a change in scenery. Yes, that's right. I had to abandon the trails through the forest there. There seemed to be a lot of activity going on there, and I thought, you know what? It's whether it's a bit ambiguous whether I could be there or not. There wasn't any signs that I couldn't. So I thought I'd just abandon it. I'd just ride around the perimeter of the forest, essentially, and just join onto a byway on the other end. So that's essentially what I've done. So just coming out of here now. And just where that sign is up ahead, that's where the byway is. So I've basically gone all the way around the perimeter. 5 minutes later, and I'm here a little bit further on. So now, let me have a look. Is it this one? I think it could be. Yeah. Okay. Well, bit of a tight entrance. There you go. So the sign said basically, you know, if you're going on here, you have to have an MOT, you have to be properly certified. In other words, a normal road going vehicle is allowed on here, but it has to be legally allowed on the road, which is, you know, standard stuff for byways, you know. Alright, here we go. I am cautious of these conscious of these trees, because it really is quite high winds today. So we're expecting sort of gale force winds, but you know, you kind of have to, you know, just make sure, just be very careful, very vigilant the whole time. Right, this is where you kind of trying to get my head caught, the camera caught here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's quite rutted, this bit, isn't it? Yeah. That's some deep ruts either side. Bloody 4x4s, that's what it is, coming and ruining the gig for us proper off-roady types there. Fucking hell. Am I going to be able to get through that, I wonder? I'll just have a look first of all. Slip into the rut. That's a deep rut as well. Fucker. Don't want to catch the peg. Okay, cool. Made it out. Right. Yeah, okay. Da-da-da. Right, let's have that. Right. Bit bumpy. Yeah, those deep ruts there, you gotta be careful. I say, always mindful of the pegs which have snapped. Gear levers and brake levers, you can easily snap those off. And these are big old wide bikes as well. So they're not, you know, they are adventure. If you want to do some serious off-roading, they are a bit testing, really. There we go, just keeping the... No, I'm not going to get over that, not with this thing. Do you know what? Let's give this a go, shall we? Right, put a little ramp. Let's give it a go. Woo. Made it. Right. I might get in trouble here, we'll see. Lots of horses have come up here on their hacks and cut it up quite significantly here. Wow. Beauty. Ta-da! Lovely. Right. Enjoyed that. That was good, wasn't it? Okay, what's the next bit? Okay, yes, so getting over obstacles like that, you need to kind of... Now, let me just think about what I want to say here. You can easily get over these sort of rises or lips or whatever, you know, on a big off-road. Of course you can. You know, but when it's sort of tight there and you haven't got much of a run up, so you know you're gonna have to pop the front tyre up. Well, you know, you can be done, but just building a little ramp to overcome it actually makes life so much easier. So just take a couple of minutes, get off the bike as I did there, find a bit of wood, and you know, just build something. and it worked fine. You know, on the exit, really, because there was a bit of a tight turn on the right, I didn't really want to hoon it off because I'd probably end up just in the fence. So that's where I kind of got grounded out a little bit, but you know, no dramas, just, you know, carried on and away I went. Right, let's see where else I can get to. Right then, on this windswept day, crikey, I mean, it really is blowing out there. Right, just going to get to the end of this single lane track, or single track road. So yeah, just going to cut onto the byway here and see where it takes me. Been one of those awkward days today, you know, some great byways, a couple of byways, but you know, had to, the plan hasn't all gone to plan today. The route that I'd chosen, a lot of it's all been blocked off, and that kind of happens sometimes, you know. It's just one of those things, you know. They just they're inaccessible, or you know, whatever. So, all right. So, is this it? Okay, this looks like it's by. See, this is what I mean. This is like just a footpath, isn't it? But it's not. It's a byway. It's just weird. I mean, oh, you've got to watch yourself here. Oh, it gets wider and wider now. Nice. Eating. Well, a dog training centre there or something. Oh yeah. Alright. Happily chugging along here. It's quite nice, quite relaxing actually. Okay, so that's one byway. I turn right, go down there, I believe. Is this it? Yeah, look at the byway, there we go. Off the track, onto the trail again. Goes through the trees. Let's just have a look, see. What's it? Oh look at that, oh look at that. Look, just cut through there. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh, downhill a bit. And that sort of cut away quite a bit through there, haven't they? Very interesting here in England, isn't it? You know, with all these byways and everything, you know, they're all passed down from, or just remnants of old roads and trails from, you know, ancient times, whatever. So just keep them open in some ways. But, you know, other parts of the world, they haven't got this. In fact, some areas, they're just, I wouldn't say free to roam, but there are areas where it's just complete public access. I mean, everywhere, the whole land is, you know, like, I don't know, for example, some places in the States, for example, I think it's New Mexico or the desert somewhere, where you just go wherever you want, you know, so it's I suppose because it's the desert, you can't really grow anything. And even if you said, okay, well, I own this land, well, there's not a lot of damage you could do to it. So I suppose that's what they say, you can just go anywhere. It's not a problem. Anyway, but here, you know, we're all restricted to these routes. Right. Anyway, that was cool. Back onto the road. Right. That's a cool one, actually. Not too taxing. Okay. Let's see where the next one takes me. Right, so this is where it's supposed to be the disused railway. So, I'm not 100% sure that this is going to work, but I shall give it a go. Yeah, so this dismantled railway goes all the way along that little tree line there. Just totally inaccessible and just all overgrown, you know. It's not kept as a proper, even a footpath or anything. So it's I thought it might be, but it's completely private property anyway, so that was never going to work. Crack in the road, you bastard. On a bend. Oh, you bastard. Wow, look at this. Well, that certainly woke me up. Oh wow, look at this. Cool. Hello, hello, hello. Right, so just coming up onto the byways very shortly. I've got a feeling it's at this hedge line here. Yeah, it looks like it. Alright, let me have a look. Falling debris. There we go. Right, byway. Byway, way of the by. There we go. Right. I just stick. Yeah, there we go. That's what I mean by sticking to the rut sometimes. It's the wrong choice. Let's see if I can climb out of this as soon as I can. It's not letting me though. Quite a... There we go. There we go, that's better. That's for me, you know. Some people say, you know, stick to the ruts. Other people say, you know, climb out. And if they're deep, the problem is when you're on the left side or the right side rut, you know, and then as you saw there, you know, you got all that sort of side greenery that's just sticking out. It kind of, you know, scrapes your bike or whatever, or just scrapes you, catches the foot pegs or your foot. Yeah, a bit of a git sometimes. All right. The truth is, I chose the wrong route when I first got into it. That's the truth of it. You know, it was my fault. It's not the Byways' fault or anything like that. My fault completely. There we go. I can see that's quite deep there, so deep and narrow. Just conscious of not knocking off my foot pegs here. Gear levers. Right. I'm going to try and stick out these as best as I can. There we go. Oh. Nice. Alright, so, okay, so that's right away to the left. I'm going to just look at where I am. Whoa! Wow, I mean, it's really blowing here. I mean, look at that. Alright, hold on. So basically, you can see where that tower is at the distance, possibly, right over there. Right on the hills on the other side. That's where I've come from. Come all the way around there, There's far trees right in the far distance. And basically sort of zigzag my way around here. Underneath the motorway bridge. Up here onto this byway here. So right onto the open plains now. Okay, so it's telling me left. Okay, here we go. Right. Now, I'm going to try and force myself to get to. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, good. I thought I lost the mic there for a minute. Right, I'm going to try and get myself to stay in the middle part here, because I can see the one side it can be quite rutted, and again, you know, it's 4x4s coming on here, especially in the winter time. That's what creates it. This middle track here, this is probably most likely you know, motorbikes who've done this bit, you know, so and because you know you get overgrown parts, you know they mask rocks and stuff that's sticking out sometimes. So you know, if you're ever doing this, by all means, love it, enjoy it, do it, but just be aware of stuff that can be sticking out and that can catch your pegs and your feet and stuff. I mean, you could, you know, stand up on the pegs, of course, and this isn't too bad here. But let's say if you lost your balance, you have to put your foot down. Then all of a sudden your foot can disappear down a hole. The bike will go, and you know you can, you know, break a leg, break an ankle quite easily. So you know, well, my approach to these, especially these rutted bits, especially with a big adventure bike, this is what I'm talking about here. Just stay seated. Stay seated. You know, get nice and comfortable, reduce your speed, and just concentrate on the track, you know, directly ahead. You know, it's not like when you're kind of open plains, open track riding, or you know, sand or loose dirt riding where you know there's no ruts per se, it's just an open in front of you, that you want to keep your eyes in the distance and just go where you're aiming for, and let the bike, you know, let the front tyre steer by itself. Here you have to steer in that rut, you see, so you want to make sure you know where you're steering, where that front tyre is going. And so, you know, that's where, you know, standing up on the pegs can make all the difference in terms of better view. But actually, just sitting down and slowing down achieves exactly the same thing. Right, I'll stop rabbiting on now, because it's so windy now, getting quite a lot of debris as well. Cool. Now, I can either go left or I can go right. So if I go left, that takes me to that road. Okay, so I can go right. That takes me there. Okay, so I'll go through here. Yeah. Lovely. Nice. Is it left or is it right? No, that's not it. That's private. There we go. That settles that. Nice. So now I've got a preference here. You can see the trail preferred to go left there, so do you know what? I'll go with the route most used, I think. That's the obvious choice. Then it comes into the middle here. Yeah. Actually, I mean, the dry ruts, there's not that much of an issue. But, you know, you can imagine in the winter this is a bit of a... Well, you know, it is what it is, you know. You ride them, you just get on with it, you know. Right, you know, let's try this one. I'm going to double back on this one because I know it takes me to a dead end, so I just... Nice. Oh, look at this. Every now and again you get a trail that goes through a tree line, like a hedge line trees, and it is just like a little tunnel really. It's like, you know, the trees kind of make a natural arch, you know. Oh, they're hanging stuff, watch out. Oh, I had to really duck down there. Especially with the camera, you know, being on top, you get a branch, catches the camera and flicks the head back, so just always be mindful of that. I caught the camera a couple of times, I got to say. And, well, yeah, luckily you just go slow all the time and it didn't do much damage. But there we go, right. Well, I got to the end. This is what I mean by, you know, keeping your visor down, because you're always getting flicked by stuff, you know. Alright, okay, well. Cool. Okay, back into it. Nice. So it's good going back the opposite way on a byway as well, because you get a different perspective as well, you know. Right, no, I bet you I forget where that low branch was. Here it is. Right. There we go. Beauty. Wildlife. coming to the end of this. Oh no, it goes right across the road. There we go. I thought it was pretty much the end. No. I'd given myself an extra little treat here. So. Rocks and loose surface and a narrow trail, constantly wanting to bump you left and right. Short timer as well, you know, you're coming to the end of the byway. Recipe for disaster. Okay, just make sure. Right, okay, let's get on to another byway here. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's this one, isn't it? I believe. Oh, I've still got it. Right, okay. Is that right? Yeah, I think. Yeah, looks about right. Or is it that one? Okay, hold on, because there are two trails here. I think it's that one. Do you know what? I'll do both. Why not? See how much of a rutted mess this is. There we go. Just want to check the clearance on my pegs. There we go. There we go. Let's go on this bit here. Onwards. Yeah, not too far away now. Do have a walker here. Hello. Hiya. Right. Oh, right. Let's see where this goes to. I go up there, and then across there. And I think we're done. Yes, this way. All right. Alright, onwards. It's been quite a cool day actually. Just out on the byways, I say not as exactly as I planned the route, but still, nonetheless, you know, pretty good indeed. Right, coming to the end now. Just up here, I think, yeah. Just a little bit more on the trees. I mean, I came through here. I think it was here. It must have been, because these are I've been ridden through. All this section I've ridden through before, and I came up here last year or the year before, and it was a mess, absolute mess. Because it was just been at a period of wet weather, and it was just horrible. But you know, good fun, horrible, but you know, challenging. And what made it even more so, that's because I had just normal road tyres on the bike. You know, so you know, look, check out all the earlier videos. That, you know, for the first, you know, the majority of all the early videos are all, you know, on road tyres. So you know, that's you know, you got to factor that in. Right, okay, let's just go this way, I think, isn't it? Looks about right. This one I haven't been down before, I don't think. You know, getting older, the memory goes as well. I mean, it's a labyrinth, a maze of tracks and trails and byways and, you know, whatever. You know, so easily, you know, get confused from time to time. You can see how windy it is. I mean, it's sort of blowing stuff across here as well. I can see there's, you know, extra fresh debris on the trail from time to time, so that's adding to it. I mean, Byways, you know, again, it makes me laugh, isn't it? Byways is supposed to be open to all vehicles. Well, you're never going to get all vehicles down here. No chance. Unless you cleared the path, you know, somewhere. Well, that's great, you know, it just makes it for motorbikes and, you know, other slower road users like cyclists or horses or whatever, pedestrians. Beauty. Nice. Right. That's it. That's the end of it. Cool. Oh. Wow. Wow. That was pretty good. Pretty amazing, actually. Lots of sort of byways. As I say, I keep on saying right throughout the video, there was it's going to be a job to cut that one up and edit that one up, because there's lots of times I tried to get onto trails and they were blocked off or inaccessible. I thought they'd be open, but it turned out they were private estates, or the track had disappeared. Got into byways, and you saw, you know, you can always see the differences in the byways. Some are really open, easy to ride, others really technical. Those really narrow ruts as well. Sometimes they're deep, sometimes they're shallow. Overgrown verges either side, so makes it a bit of a challenge. But anyway, good to get out. Always a bit nervous when it's this windy, going through the forest and then trees as well, because you see the debris that comes down. And I suppose, you know, you can see why you sort of sit down a lot, especially when I'm riding through the forest, because you have to duck down. Also, when you're going through the rutted stuff, my opinion is just, you know, stay seated. You always put your feet down, go really slowly. You're not going to snag your feet then, and you're going to keep the bike in balance. But you know, that's just me. Right, catch you on the next one, whenever that is. Cheers.